feel like I got into this year with scraps of my mental health. Love Romantically. How will I rate this? If it's based on like action, what's going on, 0 out of 10. But if it's also based on like peace of mind, 10. I added like almost 2.3 kgs because I almost collapsed though. My own personal altar was suffering, and I just realized that this is embarrassing. It just feels like, oh, because now I want something from God, I'm now I want to start, you know. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and the name of my YouTube channel is Oxbridge. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you very much for stopping by and I hope you like it here. And if you're a regular person, thank you again for clicking on the video. As the last time I did a sit down video in my kitchen, it's looking like this kitchen is going to, you know, be it for a while until we saw that what's happening in there. Be in my main room, but yeah, the kitchen for now. So by the way, this is a bonus episode, so I hope you enjoy it. I want to do a media review inspired by the one and only Big Beru Central, the I Said What I Said podcast. Today is July 14th, it's a Sunday, and I came back from church. I was listening to the podcast. I think basically it's like a media review that they did, and immediately as I was listening to it, I was like, oh, I should do this too for my channel. Video hasn't started, but I strongly believe you like it, so please like the video, give it a like on YouTube. All these things are free, by the way. I'd like you guys to drop a comment as well, like how you rate, you know, different phases of your life, especially like from the first half of the year. And yeah, I'd like you guys to share this video, so it could be a video idea or entertainment or some nugget here and there for someone else. And then if you're not yet subscribed, of course, it would be lovely to subscribe. And then I already said share, and also hit the notification bell. A lot of you be asking me, oh, are you still posting? I'm posting. Even if you're subscribed, it's possible that you're not getting the notifications. So YouTube is not letting you see the videos because you didn't indicate that you wanted to be notified. So you need to do that, guys. All right, so let's go. So it's broken down into spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, work-ically. Of course, I said what I said. It needs to be something interesting and funny like this. Familially, friend-ically, love romantically, then everything, right? So let's start with so of course what is being considered now is like the first half of the year. Spiritually is how connected do you feel to your spirituality or faith? Quite proud of myself so far and how I've handled my spirituality this year. So I guess in the direct answer to it would be I feel quite connected to my spirituality and my faith this year, like in this first half, because I think for the longest time this is the one time where I've been the most intentional and I've sort of like stuck through with it, like I'm going on with it. And I've been a Christian for the most part, you know, maybe at varying degrees, but I've been familiar with the church for a while. But yeah, this year I really wanted to work on my personal altar. That's such a, I don't know if it's such a Christianese word to use, but like my own relationship with God, like my own prayer life and my own study life. So it's not perfect, but there's definitely growth. Like for example, every year I say I want to read the Bible in a year. I want to do the Bible in a year plan. I don't think all the years where I've said this, I don't think there's any year where I finished Genesis. Like I'm literally not joking. But this year, I know it may not seem like, and maybe by now some people have already finished it, but I'm in Joshua. So like I finished the 5 books of Moses and I'm now in Joshua, and I'll still finish Joshua. And you guys, this is such a big deal for me. And that's because like I just try to do 2 chapters a day. And then even when I do, like before in the morning, like no matter what, like I just try to read my Bible. And even when I don't, like I recall I'm intentional that, oh, this is something I plan to do. And this was actually inspired by certain events that happened. Last year, I had sort of a rough patch. I was struggling. With something. And then my friend at work, my friend who is also my colleague, name drop her for me. She was really like in a, for me it's like a spiritual, she's a Christian baby, she's a child of God. So basically she was telling me like, it was like an eureka moment for me. So she was telling me, oh, like you need to pray, you need to believe that this thing has happened, blah blah blah, like, you know, because me, for the most part, my disposition towards God, I don't really come like, oh, I have this, it's mine. It's more like, God, I beg, God, please help me. That's usually my disposition with God, like, God, please, I'm begging, just do it for me. But as she kept saying it, and I just discovered that I didn't have like the, how will I put it, you know, like when you want to shoot an arrow, like I didn't have the force. Basically, it felt like my personal altar was so, if we're measuring it by fire, like it was so wet. Or if I'm measuring it, do you get, like it was just not there. Like I didn't have the force and the energy from within, from myself. Like, I mean, I believe that God can do everything. I believe God can do all things. I believe that He's willing to provide everything to us, and He can do and undo. But I didn't have that. I didn't have that force. I didn't have that. I didn't have that synergy within myself. And to be honest, I was so embarrassed. Like it was so embarrassing for me. Like when I started, I was like, oh my God, because it just felt like, oh, now that I need something. And I go to church. I mean, since last year, since 2022, I've been like serving in church. So it's not even that, but it was just like my own personal altar, for lack of a better word, was suffering. And I just realized that this is embarrassing. It just feels like, oh, because now I want something from God, I want to start, you know. So I just told myself, I don't want that to ever happen again to me, right? I don't want that to ever happen. So this year I just told myself, the way I won't pray is sort of different. So whether it's good or bad, I understand that, oh, this be like, oh, for example, if bad things happen to you, you have to react a certain way, you know. But there's this meeting I have with a couple of people. I was telling somebody brought up that, oh, you know, it's easier said than done. Like, you know, when you're in a bad situation, you should always like in good or bad, you know, praise God and all of that. So but now that they are being challenged, they sort of feel bad. Guys, when they bring my food, this is going to slightly turn into a, what they call it, a mukbang, because I'm so hungry. I feel bad, like that they want to be able to have a response of, you know, praise, glory, which is very good, which is amazing, which, you know, is where we should all aim to be, I guess. But me, I just decided this, I'm going to tell myself the truth, right? There's no need pretending to God. Whether if I fake it or I'm being real, He knows what it is. So if a situation comes where I would have loved to respond from a place of like, oh, you know, I'm still jumping up and down, I'm still glorious, you know, everything. If I don't respond that way, the difference is that I'm still going to take it to God. So if I'm being happy, I'm taking it to God. If I'm grateful, I'm taking it to God. If I'm hurt, I'm taking it to God. If I'm sad, I'm taking it to God. If I'm disappointed, I'm taking it to God. So I'm just like, whatever the situation is, literally taking it to God at the feet of the cross, at the feet of Jesus. I'm bringing everything. So however I'm feeling, whatever my mindset is, instead of like running away or shying away or, you know, berating yourself because you're not responding the way you think you should respond, for me, I'm just bringing everything to God. And I feel like that has sort of made a difference. I like to think I'm making progress, and the fact that I'm even like the stories I'm reading the Old Testament, I'm like, Jesus, there's some things I'm like, God, really, why? Like, is this not too harsh? Like, come on, you could have given this person a second chance. I don't know, I'm just really reading stuff. Like, I'm even like with the Moses thing, like, how about now? Like, I said maybe he didn't really want him to enter the promised land, but he was angry, you know. I'm just like having dialogue, and it's an old Bible, so I'm really like just marking up and everything. And I'm just hoping that when I get to the end, you know, because this is the beginning, right? I know that I'm a Christian, so I know Jesus is somewhere at the end, and I know how mercy comes into the picture, and how grace comes into the picture, and how things are sort of you know, different. So I'm just looking forward to it, and I'm sort of excited reading. I know when I'm reading it, and I remember when I was in secondary school, this is getting so long about spirituality, God, but yeah, I remember when I was in secondary school, I had a classmate of mine that was really reading her Bible. Then now we're Catholic, so she had this Catholic Bible that had you know, the Catholic Bible has more books or so, and like every time we go for prep to read our book, she would be she started reading her Bible, and then I feel like there was something she saw, right? I think she was enjoying it, and maybe she also had made something to herself. But this is when we're like teenagers, and me, I was just like, I'm just doing what I have to do, just do my rosary, whatever, and let me read my books I want to pass and stuff. But yeah, I'm seeing how somebody can really get into it. I'm just really hoping that this continues. So my spiritual life, I think I'm going to rate it currently. I'm in between 6 and 6.5. So because 7 feels like an A, and I don't think it's an A, but there's progress. So let's just give it a 6.5. Next one is mentally. Are you managing stress well? How's your overall mindset? This one is very interesting. Like, I feel like I got into this year with scraps of my mental health. Basically, towards the end of last year, my mental health was not great at all. But how did I manage stress? I think my spiritual life helped me with my mental this year. But there were moments where I was just struggling though. I recall struggling. And how am I managing stress? Some of you may know I work in a law firm, and it gets really tough. Like, things that really, I would say, affect my mental health, say my work, because I feel like I carry it around with me. Maybe things that you're trying to do, whether they are working well or not being small enough. So yeah, those are kind of things that may influence your mental health. But like I said, my spiritual life is helping. So crying to God, talking to God, celebrating with God, being happy with God, being hurt with God, understanding that everything, I can talk to God about everything. That's what I'm always trying to remind myself. Like Philippians says, all supplications to God, right? Everything is a prayer. Everything can be a prayer. Like, that's the point. Like, I understand that God cares about every aspect of our life. Yeah, this I've discovered that anytime I'm really, really stressed, like there was this month where I just had a lot to do. I think it was like end of May, beginning of June, or June, there was just a lot to do. I was doing this course as well as work, and it was just much more demanding than I thought, and I had work and I had my own stuff to do, just a lot. So I just always try to like unplug. Like, maybe I just need a breather, I need space. Like, I know one day literally I had to just leave my table where I sit in the office, and I went to one of like the small meeting rooms to just like decompress. So maybe if at home too, like when I'm getting like, I just okay, I just maybe unplug, I just stay basically, and I just think, okay, what's making me feel this way? Why am I feeling this way? Is it the work? Am I under pressure? Is it that thing that's affecting me? Okay, what can I do so I try to just like do a little, okay, Amanda, calm down, take it easy, and just do like count from 1 to 10, not literally, but just like try to, if all my emotions or how I'm feeling is all, at times you're just feeling weird, you don't even know why you're feeling that way, and it's possible that something may have triggered you. So it's also like being honest with yourself, being honest with yourself, being truthful, even if what triggered you is something that you're not proud of, like you don't like the fact that triggered you, that's making you feel a certain type of way, but just being like honest with you, be like, okay, I saw this thing and it's making me feel this way, or I heard this, or somebody said this, or this, and just finding out what is even making me feel like I'm going down, right? So I would say I'm doing better. So I think I'm managing stress a-okay. Could be better. So mentally, I would say 5.5. Currently my mental is way better, but I'm also trying to take the whole like first 6 months into the picture. Basically, are you taking care of your body through exercise, nutrition, and rest? Well, you guys know I'm like I always say, I always remind you guys, I'm a gym girl, but let me tell you guys the truth. In that gym, I give the unserious person at the gym. I do classes, I do yoga, I do dance, I do spin, all of these exercises, but like I don't do so serious things. But I like doing it. I don't enjoy pain, of course, but it's making me feel that, okay, if this is something, they're calling me for my food from the place, like, this is not just for now. I think this is the asun rice. This one is special fried rice with chicken. And I'm talking about this juice, because natural juice and that healthy chick. One apple eat. Okay, come on, join me. I bought this for the first time yesterday, and I like it's quite spicy. I think I like it. Okay. So, thinking about physically, right? But I enjoy doing it. It's like there's something you want to improve, and there's something to do about it. I'm doing it. So of course, I try to go 4 times a week because my gym is close to where I work, and I go to the office 4 times a week because I work from home once in a week. So ordinarily it's have been 5. So in a time maybe work spills over or I have to do something, so I'm not able to go. But for the most part, my target every week is 4 times a week. So I think what I've noticed is that around my period, maybe I'm like to be more bloated or puffy. I think I've noticed. But around the time I went to Benin, guys, I think I was feeling, excuse me, like a hot thing, like a hot thing. Because it was the first day, like the day we traveled, these jeans that I wore, it used to be tight around the waist. Not really tight, but it used to be, where do I keep this over there? It used to be somewhat like, but anyway, it was just like giving, it was free. My stomach was looking in. I was like, ooh, but yeah. So at least I try, and I try to watch what I eat. I'm not really like counting calories. I'm just trying to make healthier choices and all of that. So, but then at some point I wasn't like cooking for myself, regulating what I had, but I've not cooked for myself for a while, so I've been buying food, so you don't know what they're using to cook, like the oil or whatever. And then I had to do something that last the same way I had to figure out my height. When I saw my weight, I added like almost 2.3 kgs because I almost collapsed too. I was asking the doctor, like, is their scale fine? Is everything okay? So yeah, so right now, because I saw that scale like in June, now I feel bigger. But I don't know if I would have felt so if I felt like I was feeling it, something a little bit tighter. So maybe there was a time where like I was really like, I try not to eat after 7 p.m. There was a time where I was really joking with this more. I was doing anyhow somehow. Then maybe it may even be like fruits or, but I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not a dietitian, I'm just saying, but me, I just do not eat from 7 p.m. So that's like, that's my fasting period until the next morning. Not really late in the morning, like 8 I can eat. But that period I was just bathing anyhow, eating nuts at night, like, you know, granules and everything. So I was just like, I need to rein it back in. So that's what I'm doing now. But generally, physically, I don't hate how I look. I'm quite satisfied. Yeah, there are times where like I look at my body, I'm like, the times you're feeling like, oh, I'm feeling so hot, like, but I don't know if it's just a woman thing or the woman's body, and like a woman's body and how maybe like it fluctuates, like in a month or not like in between the years. Like I'm like, I feel so hot. I look at oh, what a pancake. I'm just like, that's when I push out my tummy, like is this my real tummy or is I don't think I've ever really fundamentally had an issue with my body or the way I looked. I mean, at times you're dissatisfied, but I just think it's even just like the woman's body. Like generally I'm okay. I really still really want abs, right? Like the way I'm eating, the exercise I'm doing, you know, the way like ab exercises are just, I'm sorry, they are such a bitch. But aside all that, I really want abs, and this my slow and steady will win the race eventually. When you guys see me with abs, like I said, get ready, my crop tops are gonna be here. First, I'm not sure. Okay, I think this last week I slept quite well, but my sleep has been all over the place. I've just been having so much to do, guys, and I've been having to pull some all-nighters and all of that, so I don't really know about rest. But then yeah, like these days I'm just like I'm just even trying to like, I'm even trying to sacrifice social media time to sleep instead. Like generally for physically, I would say yes, I'm doing my best. It's not perfect, but I'm doing my best. So I'm going to give physically a 6 too. So the next item is financially. Are you on track with your financial goals? You guys, this year I didn't have financial goals this year. Okay, well, I did like saving dollars, but like end of last year, this year, the way the economy was going, I was like, I choose me. I choose my survival. So I've definitely spent money just doing things to, you know, that I want to do. So yeah, financially I didn't really have financial goals, so this is a difficult one. And but yeah, we thank God. I make money, I work, Is the economy easy? No. Things have doubled, tripled the price. For example, maybe you should buy your soap 1,000 naira. Your soap is now 2,500, but you need to have your bath, right? I guess maybe you can start trying to buy another soap, but you need to have your bath, you need to brush your teeth, you need to drink water. So there's some things that maybe they become 1,000, like maybe they're 1,000%. You need them for survival. So what are you going to do about that? So I don't really have financial goals. So I'm just going to say financially, generally, how satisfied I am with my money situation. I think my issue is really the economy, price of things, inflation. Every time you go to the market or you go to the store, there's a new price. Like, I'm just going to say 6. Because I'm grateful that I'm earning, you know, that even when like when everything was going crazy about egg, like egg is crazy. If I wanted to buy egg, I would still buy egg because I can buy egg. So I didn't have to cut out of my diet. So I'll give that a 6 as well. Work-ically. Are you satisfied with your job or career? Have you achieved any work-related goals? Yes, I think I am satisfied. Oh, I just remember the time in the year where something happened with work that I didn't really like. But generally, am I satisfied? Yes, I'm proud of the work that I do. Part of the work I do. I like the people that I work with. I like the type of work I'm doing in law. Really reconsidering my options too. Like there's just certain things that I'm wondering. Like I'm thinking, but did I have work-related goals? Yeah, my work-related goals this year were to be like, you know, as I work now, maybe do a couple of things outside like work and the office. So yeah, like I did or aside just like the main work, like so I did I hosted a webinar at work for International Women's Day. Like it was my office organizing, so we had people from outside joining in. I had a speaking. I didn't really talk about it much in the last vlog, but I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more in the next vlog because I have something to show you guys. Excuse me. But like I had a speaking engagement at my alma mater, my uni. I was supposed to be there physically, but like everything just worked against it. Yeah, my work is being recognized for a while now. I've been getting recognized for my work, which is nice, which is good. So work, I would say work is fine. It's just it's just other things about the work. So for work, I'll say, so you know what, I could give work 7. I mean, it takes most of my life anyway, so I might as well, you know what, let me give it an A, please. Like I'm badass. So I might as well recognize that. For work, I could say 7. Things don't always go right, don't always have good days at work, but for the most part of this year, how has work been? I think work for the most part of this year deserves a 7. Not for the most part, like for the first half, I can give work a 7. So that's fine. Familially, how's your connection with your loved ones? This one, you guys, my family dynamic is very interesting. So the person that I'm closest with in my family is, I would say, it's my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. Then so I have like 2 sides of the family. I have the Benue side, I have the Imo side, and my own parents. Some of you maybe I'll be aware, my dad is late a couple of years back. So I have my mom. I don't have like the closest relationship with my parents, or let's say right now with my mom. Like I feel like we fare better when we're not in the same space. So and I are close, and I feel like we used to be closer. I don't know, family, I'll just say 5. It's just what it is. Like 5 is average. Like I do my best for my family. I try to be there for my family, and I'm sure they too try to be there for me. I'm close to a couple of them, not most, but Friend-ically. Are you nurturing your relationship with your friends? No, I'm not. I don't know if I even have an excuse, but it's like currently I am like, but the thing is I have different types of friends. I have friends from, like, I guess like with everybody, I have friends from work, I have friends from the gym, friends from church. Oh, I had like a big blowout early this year, a friend of mine from church, but I think now we're good. So dramatic. And yeah, this is it with my friendships. I'm generally not the most open person. I'm not very open. I'm warm, I'm open, like friendly, but like about things going on with me, I'm not very open. And I talk about things more in hindsight than life. Than life action, like life reporting. At least for the serious things. I feel like you nurture friendships when you share. And I've not been sharing much recently. Of course, with some people more than some. If there's another way you guys know that friendships are nurtured, let me know. Aside sharing, I guess checking up. I do a couple of checkups. I feel like maybe I'm just going to be I don't know if my friends are going to be watching this video and eyeing me, but I'm just going to give that. There are some, like Ogana and I are here in Lagos. No, this is on the mainland. Ogana and I will try to meet up every month. We will message her today and ask her if we're meeting up this month. So I guess that friendship with we're not treating it, but like we talk once in a while, but we talk every time. There's no friend that I say I'm in constant communication with right now, and I don't know how they feel about it. I just feel like when there's something to talk about, hit you up and talk about it. But currently, and it's not an excuse, but like there's just a lot going on. I don't know if I have the capacity to like just be constantly, like I'm just trying to sleep, do work and have some time to sleep and gloriously maybe watch an hour movie. Like it's just a lot going on, and I'm sure it is for everyone, but some people are just more better at it. Like basically I'll just give it friendship. I'm doing my best, but I'll just give it average too. I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5. I want to drink water actually. I don't have water. Okay, the next one is love romantically. Okay, you know what? Love romantically. How will I rate this? If it's based on like action, what's going on, 0 out of 10. But if it's also based on like peace of mind, 10. Yeah, that's just a good summary. Nothing is happening. Nothing. But like one thing I always say, emotional inconvenience is, I just hate that inconvenience. Like, yeah, so I really don't have energy for foolishness and rubbish, to be honest. I'd rather be doing every other thing. So yeah, even if even talking stage that is of too much, is overwhelming, I can't do it. Like, so yeah, I chose my mental health. My peace of mind. That's what I've chosen. So but yeah, but like I said, I'm still getting married in December, so yeah, everything. How do you feel on a day-to-day basis? On a day-to-day basis, I will say 6. I'll just say 6. I feel very good right now about a couple of things. I'm grateful to God, but I'm taking this more from like January to June. Like I said, I'm trying not to just pick up like one scenario. I'm just trying to capture like my entire state of mind from like January to June. Or I think that's it, guys. So yeah, this was a bonus episode. I just thought to put my own situation into the mix for all you lovelies. And yeah, let me know what you think. I'm going to post this next week, so basically I'm not waiting on the 2 weeks. I'm going to post this next week because I have a vlog coming for you guys at the appropriate time. I don't want to have to move that. Am I not giving? Like, I'm giving. She's doing what she needs to do by the grace of God. So yeah, thank you all for being here with me for this video. slash mukbang slash big Boy media review slash everything. So yeah, that's how my media review is. So glory to God. Looks like from January to June I managed to stay above average 6. That's a B. That's a solid B. Glory to God. But you know what, July to December it's gonna be an A. It's gonna be on A1, like an 8 level, like 8. The mighty name of Jesus. Cheers the remaining part of the year, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, all that jazz, you know. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. XOXO.